Welcome back, America. Kevin McCarthy. Is Kamala Harris one of the most anti-Israel vice presidents, former senators that you can even imagine?
She is the worst, because let's think of this. She's vice president, but that makes her president of the Senate. The individual that Israel picked to be their prime minister to lead them, and now in a time of war came to America. It's her responsibility representing America, representing the Senate, to be there. Even if you have a difference of opinion, she would not. What message does that send to Israel? But more importantly, what message does that send to our adversaries, to Iran and others? What will they do next if they think this individual could become president? But let me tell you about a personal situation that I watched. I was minority leader at the time. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar gave this anti-Semitic comments, again for her second or third time. I was making a resolution to condemn her comments. Democrats started to join on board. Then over the weekend, there was this U.S. Senator, Kamala Harris, defended Omar and her anti-Semitic comments. Bernie Sanders joined in. And you know what? When it came time to move it to the floor, the Democrats backed away. So if they would do it then, when she was a U.S. Senator, and now as a vice president, not to take her role and place to sit before Congress, to represent as president of the Senate, of the vice president of the United States, of our closest ally in the Middle East, what would she do as president?
She would cut off arms to Israel. She would give massive amounts of aid to a group, the terrorists who steal this money. This administration has funded Iran. And then compare it with Donald Trump. Donald Trump apparently had a wonderful meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu and his wife, treated them with respect, brought them into his home, talked about Israel, supports the Jewish people. Let me ask you this. As hard as I have looked, I cannot find major speeches given by Kamala Harris about the anti-Semitism that flowed throughout the streets in our country. Maybe one here and there when her back was against the wall. But she's the vice president of the United States. She points to her Jewish husband. Why wasn't she taking the lead in attacking this rather than congratulating protesters for exercising their First Amendment right?
Where was she when they were taking over college campuses, standing up for the kids on the campus to get their education, but actually to feel safe? She was silent. Where would she have been as a prosecutor with those who would burn the American flag, spray paint inside Washington, D.C.? She'd be silent. When those who gave anti-Semitic comments in Congress, she defended them. She defended Omar to those comments. When I became Speaker, I removed her from the committee because she would get the secrets about it. I mean, this is a fundamental difference. Then you look at President Trump. He stands strong. And even world leaders say, if you want to make the world safer, President Trump becomes president again. The world will be a safer place because our adversaries look at what our leaders are doing.
You know, Kevin McCarthy, I think Iran, the Houthis, Hamas, and Hezbollah, they're rooting for Kamala Harris, aren't they? You've got this group CARE, which the FBI determined is a front group for Hamas, which helps to fund, along with Iran, the anti-Semites in our streets. Her relationship with CARE and the things that she says out of the spokespeople of Hamas, I just think Jewish people in this country, or people of goodwill, such as yourself, need to wake up to what's going on and compare that record to Donald Trump, who was the greatest president ever for the state of Israel. And by the way, you were great as well for America and the state of Israel. I want to wish you all the best, my friend. God bless you.
Thank you, Mark.